Good afternoon. Thank you very much for these opportunities to participate in Jpost conference. I have attended this conference in previous years, and although I love being in Israel, I look forward to being in New York again when things return to normal. The Jerusalem Post is a very important newspaper. The great reporting and analysis keeps English speakers in Israel and around the world informed and connected. We are still in the middle of this pandemic. Unfortunately, it seems we are witnessing a second outbreak in Israel these days. We need to be careful. We can't talk about success yet because there is still a danger. The municipalities played a major role during this crisis, more than ever accepted. A lot of what was done in Israel was decided on a national level by the Prime Minister and a relevant minister. But the Federation of Local Authorities is the infrastructure and the backbone of the country when it comes to implementation. We provide services to the 9 million citizens through the 257 municipalities. During the crisis, we went from implementation to thought leadership and actually drove some of the decisions regarding getting back to normal, especially in education. We spent most of our time in emergency and crisis management on both national and local levels. We implemented emergency management and crisis communication. Everything was constantly changing and evolving. Until now, our main focus and preparation was in the field of 1, education, 2, security, including on-front commands, 3, natural disasters like fire and earthquake, 4, welfare, and 5, healthcare. We are used to dealing with each of these, but not all at the same time. One of the most important tools we have is communication. We have a national network of mayors, city councillors, and municipal leaders connected together. It's more than just WhatsApp. It's our emergency command center in the Federation of Local Authorities, which was manned 24/7. It's our dedicated municipal emergency crisis application, MECA. We also acted as the connectors between government, the Prime Minister, Minister of Health, Education, Welfare, and the municipalities through the mayors. These are the areas where our operational tools were deployed. 1, education, implementing a plan for remote education and keeping school running online while we were working out many technical issues. There are more than 2 million students in Israel. Schools and teachers had a pivot, just like startups, and adjust their classroom, their material, and the very way they teach. 2 is logistics support, including the distribution of food, medicine, medical equipment, and basic needs. 3, healthcare. We were on the front lines, treating and preventing the spread of coronavirus. Our most important tool was the National Municipal Index. We could measure where the virus was spreading by cities, neighborhood, street, and zip code. Then we would deploy resources where needed. This saved life and prevented further infection. 4, field hospitals. We prepared mobile field hospitals in several cities in Israel. Fortunately, we did not have to use them. 5, public information. We explained to the public and to the media in real time what the government decisions mean from an implementation point of view. We had to translate those decisions into practical application. 6, Israeli Arab community. We had a big impact here. First, organizing test centers for them, then providing an Arabic hotline for residents to call because a lot of information was not in Arabic, and especially with regards to Ramadan. The National Lottery, Lotto, is part of our organization. We committed 200 million shekels toward coronavirus recovery. 200 million shekels. Food, equipment, medicine, summer schools, and hospitals. We were on the front lines with budget and logistics. The money that Israel spent on the National Lottery was now helping to rehabilitate the country. 8. Psychological and emotional support. Do not underestimate how important this was, and it was implemented on a local, even personal level. The coronavirus hit the world at the same time, but in Israel, it came at our most important and exciting time of year. The holidays of Purim, Passover, Holocaust Remembrance Day, Memorial Day, and Independence Day. We reached out to very Holocaust survivors who received the flower and messages from our youth. We made sure that every bereaved family had some young people reach out to them on Memorial Day. This was critical. We also opened park exclusively for seniors, so they could spend some time outside their houses during the long weeks of isolation. Corona happened during our time of national rejoicing, which is about family, about friends, and freedom. When everyone was in lockdown, especially older people, we worked to avoid emotional and psychological crisis in the population. We monitored this and provided assistance. As I look toward the future, we have to be prepared because we are still in a challenging situation. I'm hopeful that the worst is behind us, only time will tell. We are wiser now, and we have been through stress and difficulty. We have to learn lessons moving forward. For us at the Federation of Local Authorities in Israel, we are moving to working 1 day weeks from home and helping schools also move 1 day a week of distance learning. This is better for families, better for quality of life, and we will see the impact. There is also feeling of unity among Israelis and the Jews in the diaspora. We are working together and exporting our knowledge, experience, and technology to them. This is a long-term project that I'm heading for the Federation of Local Authorities together with several of national and international organizations. I'm also working closely with my fellow mayors. I've had contact with mayors from Germany, United States, United Kingdom, and many cities all over the world. We are discussing best practices and sharing resources. It is amazing to be part of this. Now, we are much better prepared to meet future challenges together. Thank you very much.